Welcome back, everyone. We have an update from Renforth Resources Inc. It trades on the CSE under the symbol RFR and on the OTCQB under the symbol RFHRF, and is focused on Quebec's newest battery metals district, the wholly owned 330 square kilometers Surimeau District Property, which hosts several known areas of polymetallic battery metals mineralization, each with various levels of exploration, as well as a significant amount of unexplored ground. Please welcome the president and CEO, Nicole Brewster. Welcome back, Nicole.
Thanks so much, and thanks everyone for joining us today. I appreciate your time and perseverance, given how awesome my voice was the last time we did this. However, I'm bringing you an update. So we spoke, and I introduced to you the Surimeau project, and you can see the slide there is myself standing atop our stripped area where we exposed 275 meters of the 20-kilometer battery metals system. We exposed the copper zinc, that's the rust-colored staining in the middle on surface, along with the nickel cobalt PGE system, which is in the ultramafics beside the copper zinc system. So you recall we talked about that. We talked about the unbelievable logistics we have and how many cost advantages that delivers to us in terms of a future decision to mine at the property. We spoke about the fact that what I told you last time was we were awaiting results on drilling, our first ever drilling at Lalonde, and then some additional drilling we did at Victoria this past December. So we got those results. They were press released last week. And fundamentally, those results delivered what we expected. Numbers which had a relationship to the surface numbers, a little bit of higher grade along the way. And actually a quite exciting little development we had was for the first time we got gold in drill core at Victoria, the 20-kilometer long system across the middle of the property. This is exciting because whereas we had seen gold logged historically, we hadn't seen it ourselves. So we've seen silver, and we got some interesting silver numbers and some extremely interesting widths of silver, specifically at Lalonde. But to get gold is a checkmark item when you're looking for a VMS system, which is, of course, the big potential win on this property. If we uncover a VMS, like the fulsome, true VMS model, we change the game. But for now, we're quite happy with our 20 and 9 kilometers of battery minerals starting on surface at Victoria and Lalonde, respectively. So our drilling supported Lalonde as being real. We got subsurface results over, I believe, about 400 meters in strike length. The other thing we did in the press release, which was out, was the geologists got a little bit more involved in giving you the model of the mineralization, which is a fairly key thing for us to have as we develop the property. Now, there's a very interesting parallel here. There's a company called Terrafame, which is half owned by the Finnish government and half owned by Trafigura, and they are mining north of the Arctic Circle, 2 small open pits, and they're using heap leach to take the metals out of their crushed material. They lay it on the leach pad and precipitate it with a leachate out. And then they're actually creating battery chemicals rather than just pure metal at the end of the line. So they're doing the full circle, which of course we're in one of the best jurisdictions in the world for mining, the province of Quebec. And in fact, the province of Quebec takes critical and strategic minerals very seriously and wants to close the loop on the full circle production and value add. So Terrafame, they're running a mine on a head grade, a published head grade, which is well within the range of what we see in our current assays from our drill program. So that's incredibly exciting. If they can do it, they're doing it north of the Arctic Circle. We can do it in Quebec's near north with arguably better logistics with our road access and our hydropower on property and our huge property footprint that'll allow us to build open pits in the future once we get there. The other thing we're talking about, the guys just got back from the field. They were there on the weekend. They were flagging the areas to be chipped for our March drill campaign. We'll be drilling the very western end of Victoria, where you see the little wiggle in the orange line in the slide that's showing. never been drilled before, complete virgin ground. With the exception of our own activities, we did surface sample mineralization. We saw the mineralized systems, so we fully expect we will get numbers. We don't know what they are when we drill. But it's also important to remember we're drilling for structure. So we're drilling to prove the mineralization. We're not yet chasing grade, because whilst we're looking at a large-scale, low-grade scenario, which is what works in northern Finland, hasn't worked in North America yet, but I'd be happy to be the first. We do see higher grade within our drill numbers, and we can commence the process of chasing that grade. So I just wanted to hop on here and tell y'all that, you know, the drilling worked out. Could not be happier with those results. Models coming together. Surface advantages continue in the province of Quebec. And we are in the midst of doing the ground prep, chipping later this week in order to be drilling in March. The other thing that we speak to briefly, we do have an expert working on our lithium. They see a great deal of potential on the property. Our guys did a little bit of initial prospecting using the model we're developing for lithium on the property. However, so much snow on the ground, they really couldn't do anything. So we have to pause that. Perhaps once we're back in March drilling into April, conditions will improve and we'll be able to squeeze in some lithium prospecting using our new model our experts putting together. So that's really it. Still got lots going on. I'm here in Miami for Mines and Money right now, coming at you from a Comfort Inn, it's not fancy, hotel room. Then we'll be at PDAC if you're at PDAC, and we'll actually also be at the show in Quebec City in June. So if you're at any of those places, as well as Mines and Money in London in April, and you want to get together, do fire me a note. And we've got 2 minutes left, but I don't know, do we have any questions or we're done? Because I'm good.
Up to you, Nicole. We do have a few questions if you want to address them.
Fire, real fast.
So Skylar wants to know, what is the fact that this major is mining near you due to your future cash reserves? Does it have an impact?
Well, that major's mining in Finland, so they're mining in Northern Europe. The major mining next to us is Canada's largest open pit gold mine. Doesn't have any impact on our cash. We're at the best. We could not work cheaper if we tried, and I'm Scottish, so we have long pockets and short arms. I can stretch a nickel further than you might believe. But our cash situation is fine. We have the funds on hand, and we have securities in the bank to do the work we want to do. And stay tuned.
Great. Jord Hogan asks, when do you expect results from your drill in March?
Well, I fully expect the lab will quote us a 3-week turnaround, and they'll fundamentally take between 4 and 6 weeks to deliver. So if we start delivering to the lab at the end of March, early April, that puts our results well into May, June. As quickly as we can, but some things are out of our control.
Great. Mike McClure loved this update. He wants to know when they can expect the next update.
As soon as I have something to tell you, I expect I'll be back here in a couple weeks because PDAC is upon us, March 5th or so in Toronto, largest mining show in the world. And then our guys will be hitting the field right thereafter. So I'll be updating people as we start to drill. And there will be visual results during this drill program. We can see the mineralization. So I'll press release once we hit.
Fantastic. Well, Nicole, congratulations on all this. And thank you so much for coming on with this update.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.
All right. We'll see you soon. Okay, everyone, stay with us. We'll be right back.